Alchemy was an area of study rich with symbols that were more than just signs. Alchemists used these symbols to encapsulate their unique blend of science, mysticism, and philosophy. They were also used as a universal language and means to guard their secretive practices. Beyond their practical meanings, alchemical symbols held great symbolic representations. Here's every major alchemical symbol you need to know. Number 1. The 3 primes. The concept of the tria prima, or 3 primes, was introduced by the 16th century Swiss philosopher Paracelsus. He proposed that these elements were key to understanding diseases and their cures, as well as defining human nature, with each element correlating to a specific aspect of human identity. These elements are Mercury. Mercury symbolizes the mind and a state transcending mortality. Known historically as quicksilver, it was thought to oscillate between liquid and solid, symbolizing the transition between life and death. Salt. In the alchemical sense, salt represents the body or physical matter. It's related to solidity, stability, and crystallization, symbolizing the tangible, physical aspects of both the world and humans. Sulfur. Sulfur symbolizes the soul or emotions. It's associated with properties like heat and dryness, mirroring the fiery, active aspects of the soul. Sulfur is the driving force, similar to how emotions can drive human actions and reactions. Together, these 3 primes are seen as the foundational substances and principles that constitute the universe and everything in it, including us humans. Number 2. 4 classical elements. In alchemy, the concept of the 4 classical elements is central to understanding how alchemists viewed the universe and the nature of matter. Earth. This element symbolizes solidity, stability, and physicality. In alchemy, earth represents the physical body or the solid state of matter. It's associated with qualities of groundedness, heaviness, and permanence. It's the foundation or the base upon which everything else is built. Air. Air symbolizes the intangible, the mental, and the spiritual. It represents things that are hard to grasp or see, but are essential for life, like breath or wind. In alchemical practices, air is linked with the mind, intellect, and the non-material aspects of existence. It's often considered the element of communication and movement. Water. Water symbolizes fluidity, emotion, and intuition. It represents the flowing, moving aspects of life and matter. Water can take the shape of whatever contains it, which in alchemical terms translates to adaptability and transformation. It's also associated with the deeper aspects of the psyche and the emotional realm. Fire. Fire represents transformation, energy, and passion. In alchemical traditions, it's the force that can both create and destroy, symbolizing processes of change such as combustion or the digestion of food. Fire is seen as the element of purification and is often associated with creativity and the spirit. These 4 elements are not just seen as physical substances, but also as spiritual and philosophical principles that describe the different states of matter and aspects of human experience. Alchemists believed that by understanding and manipulating these elements, they could control the natural world and even achieve personal transformation and enlightenment. Number 3. 7 planetary metals. The 7 planetary metals in alchemy are linked to the 7 classical planets in astrology, each representing different physical and spiritual properties. Gold. Gold is associated with the sun and symbolizes perfection, enlightenment, purity, and immortality. It's considered the most noble and perfect of the metals, often representing the ultimate goal of the alchemical process. Silver. Silver corresponds to the moon and represents purity, clarity, and reflection. It's often associated with the feminine principle and the unconscious mind, reflecting qualities like intuition and mystery. Mercury. This metal, which as we've already seen is also one of the 3 primes, is associated with the planet Mercury. In alchemy, Mercury is often seen as the mediator between the spiritual and material realms. Copper, linked to Venus, copper symbolizes love, balance, beauty, and artistic creativity. It's often related to the feminine aspect and is seen as a conductor of energy and a balance between opposites. Iron. Iron is associated with Mars and represents strength, assertiveness, and resilience. It's often connected to masculine energy and can symbolize conflict and action. Tin. Tin corresponds to the planet Jupiter and is seen as a symbol of wisdom, expansion, and prosperity. It's associated with higher thinking, philosophy, and the pursuit of knowledge. Lead. Lead is linked with Saturn and symbolizes transformation. Although it's seen as the basest of the metals, lead's association with Saturnian qualities like discipline and structure make it crucial in the alchemical process of transformation and transmutation. These metals are not just physical substances, but also represent various states of being, spiritual principles, and paths to personal and metaphysical transformation. Number 4, the mundane element. Then we have the mundane elements. These refer to the common substances and materials that alchemists worked with in their practical experiments and symbolical interpretations. They are considered mundane in the sense of being more ordinary or earthly compared to the more spiritually and astrologically significant elements and metals. Vitriol. Known today as sulfuric acid, vitriol was essential in alchemy for breaking down substances. Symbolically, it was seen as a powerful transformative substance, capable of purifying or decomposing materials. Antimony. Used by alchemists in purifying processes, antimony symbolized the wild, untamed aspect of nature and was often used in efforts to purify other metals. Arsenic. Known for its poisonous properties, arsenic in alchemy symbolized both danger and transformation. It was used in various processes, often associated with transmutation. These mundane elements played a dual role in alchemy, serving as both physical substances used in laboratory work and as symbols for deeper spiritual and philosophical concepts. Number 5, symbols representing philosophical concepts. Alchemical symbols for philosophical concepts represent a blend of mystical, spiritual, and material ideas. Philosopher's Stone. This was a legendary alchemical substance that could turn base metals into gold or silver. It's also believed to offer rejuvenation and immortality. For many centuries, finding the Philosopher's Stone was the main goal in alchemy. An alchemist's effort to discover the Philosopher's Stone was known as the magnum opus. Sadly, no one was successful in this endeavor. This legendary stone embodies the ultimate goal of alchemy, not just physical transformation, but also the transmutation of the human soul into a higher enlightened state, akin to achieving heavenly bliss, or a profound understanding of the universe. Ouroboros. The Ouroboros symbolizes the concept of eternity and the perpetual renewal of life. This represents a core idea in alchemical philosophy that everything is constantly evolving yet remains fundamentally unchanged. Green Lion. The green lion represents raw nature, the untamed and unrefined aspects of the world. It also represents copper acetate, an important substance in alchemy. The green lion is sometimes seen devouring the sun, symbolizing the powerful, sometimes destructive nature of certain substances and the idea that raw natural materials can be used to achieve higher states of knowledge and being. White Eagle. The symbol of the white eagle in alchemy stands for sublimation and purification, key processes in the alchemist's work. The white eagle signifies the movement from a lower, baser state to a higher, more refined condition, both physically in substances and spiritually in the practitioner. Black crow or raven. This symbol represents the stage when an alchemist heats a substance to break it down into its basic components, much like the breakdown of ego and false beliefs in personal transformation. The black crow heralds the destruction that must occur before there can be creation. Alchemy, as it was practiced in medieval times, has largely evolved into modern scientific disciplines, particularly chemistry and medicine. But it's not entirely dead. It lives on through its symbols, found in various aspects of modern culture, from art and literature to psychology and spiritual practices. Which one was your favorite alchemical symbol? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. It helps our channel grow so we can continue to make more content like this. Thanks for watching.